Hey guys, Dr. Kaylee here, owner, founder, Fem Empowerment and Advocacy, and all those other things. I wanted to address a question today that I get quite frequently as well, and actually just spoke with someone about yesterday. Are women who are pregnant or women who have had babies, are they the only ones that experience pelvic floor dysfunction? And it's actually a great question because it seems to be in society, that's the way that it's kind of like marketed. Those are the issues that you see, like, oh, I've had kids, it's normal for me to pee my pants, or oh, I'm pregnant, back pain is totally normal. But the answer is no. First and foremost, women, hey Rhonda, first and foremost, women who are pregnant and postpartum may have a little bit more risk of having it. I don't even like saying that because you can always prevent things, but understand that I don't have kids and I've had stress incontinence and pelvic pain. Women in any transition of their life can experience pelvic floor dysfunction. And remember, pelvic floor dysfunction can be in the form of bowel issues, constipation, fecal incontinence, or bladder issues, like urinary incontinence, urinary retention. It can be diastasis recti. It can be pelvic pain, pain with sex. It can be prolapse symptoms, endometriosis, interstitial cystitis, I can't ever say the name, vagissimus. I'm great because I'm from Tennessee, so my pronunciation is always on point. But no, the answer is no, it's not only women who are pregnant and postpartum. Women throughout any transition of their life can experience pelvic floor dysfunction. And I will even take that further to say men can also experience pelvic floor dysfunction. And in the male pelvic floor, they will typically experience things like urinary incontinence. They can have also like rectal prolapse. They can have erectile dysfunction. They can have testicular pain. And all of those things are also something that can be treated through pelvic floor PT, but it's not just pregnant and postpartum women. It can be any woman, it can be any man, it can even be children. There's a lot of children that suffer with things like constipation and urinary issues and things like that. But the short answer to, do pregnant women and postpartum women, are they the only ones that experience pelvic floor dysfunction? No. The longer answer is absolutely not. Hopefully that answers your question. It's definitely something, though, to be talked about, because when do you see other women talking about the fact that they have stress urinary incontinence? Like I peed when I ran for like 10 years, and I peed when I danced since I was 15. When I started having sex, it was awful. It was like my whole entire pelvic floor was ripping apart, and it was the most undermining thing and emotionally traumatic thing that I dealt with in my marriage, was being able to kind of get through those things. But it was difficult. And so absolutely not. It's definitely something to consider. If you're not pregnant or postpartum and you already have, or you do have pelvic floor dysfunction, it's something that can be benefited from pelvic PT, or just talking about it, reaching out and asking questions. Hopefully that helps and answers that question. And remember, I'm going to be coming on live with a different question as frequently as I can. So if you have a specific thing that you want to know, you want me to address openly, as you can tell, I have absolutely no issue talking about vaginas or vulvas or testicles or penises. I have no issue talking about any of those things. And I would love to answer any of those questions that many of you are just like burning to know, because it's difficult to find good information. And when you Google it, there's so many different blog articles and so many different people talking about it. So reach out, let me know if you have anything specific to talk about or that you want me to address, and I'd love to do that. But otherwise, no, you can have pelvic floor dysfunction without being pregnant or postpartum. So let me know if you have any questions, and we're going to dive into more details throughout the next couple of live videos that I do. Thanks, guys.